Okay, so today we're going to talk about a 1998 Parker Fly Deluxe. Now, this guitar is all black, and it's just so extremely hard to show condition. So a lot, quite a few people have seen some of my videos, much more than I really ever expected. So so thank you. That Eric Clapton video has like almost 6,000 views or something. I don't know. It's just something I picked up one day. But I decided, as well as doing reviews on things that I buy and sell, people have reached out to me and been interested in some things I'm selling. So I decided, I'm going to do a couple of videos. I'm going to do videos on things and post them on my Reverb as well. And if anyone reaches out to me here, that's fine too. So, and I'm just going to give my honest review on what they are. I'm not going to make this a sales pitch. I want to be extremely honest on what they are. And we're going to start with this today. This guitar has an absolute billion views and watchers on Reverb, so maybe this video will help somebody make a decision. I guarantee a lot of people are concerned about these chips here, okay? And I get it. This is, it looks nasty, but it is definitely not affecting the like the body hasn't split inside, like the wood is not split. It's, I would think I would hear it. It really looks like paint chipping. You can see the grains of the wood, hopefully, and it really just looks like somehow the finish and paint did chip. Okay, and it sucks because these are really, really cool guitars. And unfortunately, this one has these two, rough dings. But at the same time, they are on the side of the guitar that you don't see. I mean, as far as the rest of the guitar, I'm hoping the camera will show up. Like, it's pretty darn sweet. Like, it's it's getting up there in age. It functions properly. Everything works. All the electronics works. I could go through and clean this up heavily. But I didn't. It's how perfect do you want something to be from this age? Has a fresh battery. I personally have not changed the strings yet. Whoops, knocked something over. I haven't changed the strings yet, and I haven't kind of dusted off some of the dust and everything like that. But there's a tad bit of rust on the washers. They don't affect the tuning whatsoever. You could probably just replace those washers if it really bothered you. There's no splitting around the nut. There's zero fret wear. There's the fretboard is really clean. The frets are really, of course they're stainless steel and they're really shiny. There's a tiny bit of this is never going to photograph because it's so minor. There is or photograph, get on the video. There's like a tiny hairline split in the finish by the truss rod adjustment. Again, super, super minor. Oh, a couple of dings on the top. People always want to be a rock star. They throw their guitars around and they hit a beam, they hit a wall, they hit something in the ceiling. Hurts my soul. Back again in, pretty excellent condition, I would say. There's a few. It's black, so it's so hard to show up, but there's a few. There's some scratches. There's some scratches, but nothing. But you really have to stare to find them. To be to be honest. Maybe that's finish checking. I'm not 100% sure, but back is pretty super clean too. And of course the neck. I think there's one, I'm missing something. There's one small ding there. I don't know. Everybody has their own opinion of condition, but I don't know. I think this thing is pretty. I think it's pretty solid. And again, this isn't a sales pitch. If there's something wrong, I'm going to tell you. If there's, I'm not in this to. It would really hurt my feelings to to screw someone over because I don't need money that bad. To be honest with you, I can just keep this. I don't even need to sell it. I've thought about keeping it. It's not going to affect my life tremendously if I to sell it. I don't need the money that bad. But I did buy it, and I did decide to check it out, do a video, and sell it back off to someone who really wants one. See, I don't really want it for me. It's not my thing. A lot, I like Gibson, I like Fender. You know, obviously I like Sire. If you saw my last video, but we're gonna check this bad boy out for a minute. I can see why they're so. My gosh, this neck is so thin. I can't even. It's definitely a wide thin like my PRS, but oh man, and the access is. I can see the desire here, and this has the DiMarzio pickups because it's a. They did switch to Duncan's at a point because this company I think sold the timer a couple of times, but pretty solid serial number 015088BP USA Parker Fly Deluxe with the original bag. I don't need to showcase the bag. It's not in the greatest condition, but it's the original. Well, the outside, the inside's really nice, and it's like it lines the guitar with like this super thick foam or padding. It's a really hefty gig bag. I wish more companies would do something like that. Yeah, it's as good as a hard case in my opinion. So let's. I don't even know if it's in tune to be honest with you, but we're gonna plug it in, play with it for a minute, rip it a few times. This thing really will scream. I was surprised at how hefty you can get the gain on these. I'm still learning my controls a little bit on it. I believe I'm on the bridge pickup. This should be the neck. Yeah, that's the neck. Personally, still figuring out. The piezo is definitely off. So that bridge. Can't tell if I'm in tune or not, but. Try not to be too loud. It's pretty late, so I'm playing real sloppy because I'm like, oh, I shouldn't hit that note that hard. But where am I? 24th fret. Either way, there's no buzzing, there's no sharp frets, there's no nothing's going on up there. I believe this is the volume. I think that's a master volume. Yeah. So this is the neck. I don't have the whammy bar, sadly. I did not come with the guitar, so I can't demonstrate the tremolo. But it looks pretty flawless in there. that to him, but whatever. So now the piezo, I'm still, you know, you have to get. I'm still learning myself here, friends. So now I do have an acoustic amp, but unfortunately that's what's holding up the camera. I didn't think about this before I started this video. We're gonna try and get that. I guess this is the tone. Going through the Vox Mini Super Beetle, just because I wanted to. I'm gonna try and show off the piezo here. Bringing down the tone a little. Make sure I have no gain on this, really. Tone all the way down, and then some of the volume. It's a little bright, but I'm running through a pretty small speaker. I really should have plugged this into the acoustic amp. I'm really curious how that would sound, but now I guess the neck pickup's gonna be different with the piezo. But I'm not sure I'm hearing a difference. No, right? It shouldn't be in here. Sorry, I'm asking you. I'm on video. I'm trying to tell you about the guitar, and I'm asking no one right now if they can give me an answer. Yeah. Okay, so I'm pretty sure the piezo is on its own. It doesn't seem to matter if you're on the neck or the bridge. The tone definitely does help. So I find it quite bright initially. Just really, really, really acoustic sounding. And with the tone down just a little, really gives it that. So, you know, it really is impressive. Now that I'm kind of sitting here listening to it, there is a blend, but I think that'd be really hard to come through on camera and in the room. But you know, I'm not sure what to really say about it. Neck is perfectly straight. You know, it really, man, it does play. It really plays. I'm gonna go back to the Marshall for a minute. See if I get it. I've been playing I haven't done a video on it, but I've been playing the Sire H7. I haven't done that video yet, but I've been playing that a lot. And my gosh, that neck, the nut width and the neck width is so thin that I'm having a little trouble adjusting to. This isn't. This isn't super wide. It might be 1 3/4. Versus your I always forget what it is. 1 11/16 versus 1 3/4. But I think those are the two sizes. So again, yeah, and I'm super professional here, but it really will shred. That did surprise me. So I haven't played it in a little while, so I know you've seen me play better. But shouldn't play it for too much longer because again I am selling it. Yeah, continuous set of strings. I'm not changing it. I know it's straightforward, but just they're not really that bad yet. But if you want to go ahead and change them, I also am not sure if they're 9s or 10s on here right now. And the guitar does come with a plate to change it from 9s to 10s. I don't know much about that either. So again, I'm leaving this for whoever's going to buy this. Obviously knows way more about it than me. What do I think of it? I remember when they came out, and my dad had one for like 10 minutes, and it wasn't for him. I would have never seen him uh, playing one of these just because, I mean, he was such a Italian and country, and he was a mandolin player and a country player. It was just not really a big rock guy in any way, shape, or form. But I remember he bought it because he said, "Oh, I could have an electric and an acoustic guitar all in one, and it's supposed to be the greatest thing." And this is back in I remember this in the 90s when he had one. And, for him, he didn't love it. He sold it off to a buddy. I'm starting to see the appeal of this neck. Boy, it's probably impossible to get the thickness on camera, but it is so thin. That's making it look bigger than it is. It's not. It's incredibly thin. Obviously, everybody says they are incredibly lightweight, and they are incredibly lightweight. What do I think of it? I think I should keep it. That's what I think I should do. I think they're well worth the money. They had such premium upgrades back then. This is like a ball bearing tremolo on each side, which is a totally unique design. Again, having that balance of being able to flip, and I play a lot of songs with my band and a lot of covers and stuff, and there's a lot of times that I wish that I could just have that slight acoustic sound for that opening, like if I'm playing Dead or Alive by Bon Jovi, and I want to have that that acoustic sound, and then flip into the electric side. It's right there, one switch, and you're out of it. I think the inlays are really cool. If you haven't seen them on here, they're these strange. They look like a modern cell phone charger. Of course, how many years later. That's exactly what they look like. They look like the USB Type C. Like you want to plug your phone into this. The locking tuners, the stainless steel frets, obviously all the carbon fiber and everything. Being able to turn the battery on and off is cool. Or no, that turns the piezo on and off? Again, so figure it out. Or the battery, either which way. That you can just not even have that. I mean, if you accidentally, in case you accidentally switch to it, you don't even have to have the piezo pickup on. The DiMarzios sound really great. I really like this. Not like I'm going to walk around carrying a guitar like this, but it is. You've got a built-in handle, I guess, if you're walking up on stage versus having it on your strap. I think the strap buttons are placed perfectly. I have put a strap on and played it, and I do like it. Yeah. And I thought these were staggered locking tuners, but they're not. But again, this is not. You wouldn't need them for any reason. But they're very short post locking tuners. Like they're really really short. So none of these strings have anything more than a half a wrap around them. So yeah, if anybody has any questions, reach out to me. I'd love to answer anything I can. I'm selling it far cheaper than anyone else. In fact, the current selling it for $1,000 less than its current counterpart on Reverb. So I feel like I'm offering quite a fair deal. And I'm really not concerned about these chips here. I'm really not. I don't think they'll get worse. I do think you could repair them easily. And also, it just really adds to the story a little bit anyway. But I mean, the rest of it is really in such great condition. I wouldn't mess with it. I don't think it's gonna fail you anytime. So yeah, let me know. A little bit longer video, a little bit more rants, and some extremely sloppy playing. I was way too huge, way too much playing on that Sire H7, and it's great. And we're gonna go over that guitar soon. But It is, the neck is so thin. It takes a minute, and then I go back to a regular guitar, and I'm playing like an idiot. So, but anyway, appreciate it. Reach out, let me know. Thanks, guys and girls.